what percentage you claiming? It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advance to the line, advance to the payment. You front the game and shoot, what percentage you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, I know you saying, yo, King, I know you ain't lying. You are early on this right here. Yes, I am. And I know you see the title and the description, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? Is this a bait and switch? Did the King pull a bamboozle on YouTube? I don't know. But I know there's stuff that we need to talk about. I know that the gaming media is trying to kill something that I love. I know that people are hell-bent to destroy the infant before it's released. And I'm here to break down all narratives. Now, I've seen people drop their videos without doing any research. In this world, you are held to a different standard, my friend. When you walk up to these YouTube streets, we expect you to at least do a Google search. But you have not even figured out the fundamental basics of decency. Now, I'm a console warrior. And hiding information in order to advance the line sometimes happens. But I saw individuals fundamentally ignorant. Now, we're at a time where we all have our own individual AI units walking with us. We are an Android. This is so funny how this thing is called an Android because I have the Samsung Galaxy 2026, but it is called an Android because with this device, I factually an Android. I have the information at my fingertips. And with doing that means that you are held to a different standard. Now, if you are a book reader and you don't have any technology, I understand information is far away from you. But in this day and age, I don't know, my friend, we will start to dismantle all the BS today. Because tomorrow, you get a chance to pre-order your Wolverine console, pre-order those wings, pre-order those controllers. And I know this is Xbox Frontline News, but behind me you see Marvel. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Before an Xbox was born, I was a Marvel child. Before an Xbox was here, I was reading X-Men books. We're going to get into that because my wife is upset with me. Now, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Lieutenant Hawk. Yeah, what's going on? Scott Clawhorn. What is that? Scott McClaw Horn. Oh, okay. Good evening. Good evening, sir. Lamont Davis, one entry camel. Bro. New Soul 9, Sim 3839, and Manny GL. Yo, Manny, you pushing that the Mercedes GL? You probably pushing that G-Wagon. But my wife's upset with me. She says you have all this comic book knowledge and you don't do your comic book channel. I have the intro ready. Actually, if you look right here, right? If you look at the screen, on the screen you see that KC with the crown, that's King's Corner. That's for when I do my King's Corner segment on comic books. I know I've been telling Winter Soldier for years now. It's been probably like 2 years. I told him that I was going to do that channel. And you see, YouTube is weird like this. Y'all saw my streaming channel, which meant to nothing. I would stream all the time, and it didn't grow into anything, because what I realized is a lot of times you guys don't care for video gameplay. Like I actually I see people playing, and the numbers aren't what it's supposed to be. And the audience on YouTube is different from an audience on Kick or audience on another platform, Twitch. So instead of spreading out your thing, because I was doing it on Twitch in conjunction with YouTube, and y'all saw me playing Astrobot and all this other stuff, and it just really didn't do like what I wanted. Now, taking your audience and segmenting them off into a niche genre, which is comic books, is a hard task. It's a hard ask. It's a hard question to get that answer to. And I'm trying to tell my wife this, right? I'm trying to explain to her, because we were talking about the Tuskegee Airmen, and we're talking about their story and their journey. And I'm explaining to her things that some of the information wasn't given. And then I went into how Stan Lee was probably the most influential man in my life as a kid. Rest his soul. Him, Jack Kirby, and the rest of the lot that formed Marvel Comics. They made characters that were so relatable, and a lot of people don't realize how fundamentally intrinsic it was to urban youth. Right? These characters, the reason why I go so hard for Wolverine or Spider-Man and all these characters is because fundamentally as a child, I didn't have a father figure there. The streets was wild, and I had to hold on to some type of moral compass, right? And I had to gain strength in order to go out every day. Now, I was growing up in a time where, you know, hey man, what size sneakers you wear? That's a declaration of war, because they're trying to take your sneakers. They were snatching Lee patches, taking name buckles, taking leather jackets. Like, I grew up in a wild, wild west of Bronx, New York, right? South Bronx, New York. And I'm the only boy, right? It was just me and my sister. My sister came 7 years later, and, you know, had to watch over my sister. I'm a latchkey kid, but at this time, you got to know that your parents send you outside. It's not like now that, your kids is in the house. No, your parents send you outside, come back when the street lights come on, that type of thing. Get out of the house, go touch grass, go get out of here. You had to find strength. I found strength in the Hulk, which is one of my favorite comic books. I found responsibility and duty from Spider-Man. A young introverted kid who got bit and wanted to be seen. I found a moral compass with Captain America, duty above all. I found that, Stan Lee looked at like Professor Xavier as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X as Magneto, and kind of made those characters out like that. I found that black and white can coexist as a team, because remember, you was getting teams like Batman and Robin, and there were two Caucasians, but Power Man and Iron Fist showed you that you had, white and black unite. They were brothers. First Puerto Rican superhero, the White Tiger. I had that emerald chain. I wanted it so bad. I got that. So understanding that comic books formed a huge aspect of my life, this is the reason why I go so hard for these books. This is the reason why I care so much, and I care in a way not other people would care. And some would say that it's fundamentally unhealthy, right? Because, a lot of people have their idea of what healthy looks like. But when people attack my comic books, when people attack the characters, when people attack video games based upon stuff that I grew up, I had Superman on Atari, bro. I had Superman. Anytime is a hero game movie. You know how crazy I was going for Marvels in the movie theater? When Marvel is good, the world is good for me. So and DC. I love Zack Snyder's full cut of his Snyderverse. Even though I don't share Zack Snyder's view on heroes. I don't. He has a nihilistic view on heroes. Very, very not cool. But I'm gonna talk about this because this needs to be talked about, and y'all see the title, right? So I don't ever pull people's names up here. So I just want y'all to don't look at this, whoever tweeted this out. I just want y'all to look at the body of the tweet based upon the language that's surrounding it, right? And the body of the tweet says, Brittany Morris, the woman who wrote Wolverine's story for Insomniac, is already out of a job. That means that she just got fired. At the body of this tweet, if you look at this tweet is going to read like she just got fired. But readers had added context through they thought people might need to know. Brittany Morris has left Insomniac Games voluntarily in February 2025 and has referred to her former colleagues positively. So what is it? Like, is it that she just got fired now? Or she left voluntarily? Like, was she the sole writer? You see, because there's a discourse around Wolverine. The discourse around Wolverine has a lot to do with Sony's physical ditching, like they're ditching physical in 2028. The sword of Damocles is above their head. And these guys are fighting. And they're taking anything that Sony does and they're forcing their opinion on it. Most of the time, I'm with this, like seriously. But now we're talking about Wolverine, and I'm just not going to do that there. I'm just not going to do that there. I can't go there with you. Just not going to do that there. And I know y'all saying, King, now come on. We got them on the ropes. Now with Wolverine, you don't. Now, I told you I did not like the story of Spider-Man 2. Didn't. At all. I love Miles Morales, the character. The fact that y'all messed up with that Puerto Rican flag and y'all had a Cuban flag. Yeah, yo. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I know that's Dominican, but hey, yo. I'm like, I care about these characters. I really do. In all of my heart. Now, if you saw Lords After Dark, you saw me go in on the reasons why I cannot stand Spider-Man 2. I finished it entirely to the end. Even the mission that a lot of you guys had problems with, that tells more to me about you than it does about the game. There's a mission in which it's LGBTQ inclined. You do the mission, you get one of the best suits in the game. And a lot of people foregoing that suit based upon their own dogma. They got things they got to resolve with themselves. And I get it, man. We all got our own hangups, man. I'm not here to hang you out to dry. And yesterday, you guys thought that I was telling you, don't be critical of a game. No, that video yesterday was telling the devs, get off of Twitter. Get off of Twitter. Leave Twitter alone. Let your work speak for itself. Don't look for validation in the eyes of individuals that's meant to tear you down. That's what that was. Like you cannot do that. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your fans. And I know there's discernment to it. But you know how you can get to your fans? By having these fan fest type of events like D23 and have panels where you can field questions from people that's taking the time, effort, and showing face to tell you real criticism versus false criticism. This fake stuff that's online. Now, we're going to get into a little bit more because I have to switch it up because, again, I have the paperwork that leads to this. And we're going to continue down this path. And it says, and this is Brittany Morris's own words, right? In my time at Insomniac, I've learned so much from so many talented people. I joined in 2021 to work on Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and thereafter Marvel's Wolverine. I know amount of my blood, sweat that went into this thing. I left for personal reasons, but that's another story. I'll be tuning into the state of play to see the magic my former co-workers have crafted since. I'm in awe of their talent and honored to have my name on this project with them. Congratulations, y'all. I can't wait to play. And Jamie Meyer came in and said, get a peek at what we've been up to at Insomniac today, live at 2 p.m. Pacific. And she is not the sole writer. She's a consultant. She's an author. She's not the sole writer. She did not craft the story alone. And I'm going to give you evidence in that. I'm going to show you in that. So I can be critical of Spider-Man 2's story, knowing that she was a part of that, but I don't damn her to hell based upon her adding something. I can give you a for instance. When I used to do music, right, we will all go to the studio and it will be a bunch of people inside the studio. Now, how a song is crafted, somebody there can add something to the song, a line, a verse, a sound. And that, oh, let's get it. Let's do this. I don't have nothing to drink. I was down here flowing, man. I ain't had nothing to drink. So it's going to be a dry pause Tuesday. But it is what it is. And
Alamana 123 donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
blessings. Now listen, we need to get to that Gamescom goal before I leave on Sunday. So let's just get to that. Let's make sure that we get in those live shows that y'all will be looking forward to, because Gamescom is going to go live, but I'm only going to be behind the scenes. Now, let me tell you something. This is the problem here with a lot of individuals that do not care to do the basics. The basics. I don't think it's due to bad marketing, bro. He said all this drama is due to bad marketing and probably bad timing with the diss stuff. Yeah, I think there's more to do with the diss stuff. I think so. Oh, blessings, blessings, blessings.
At Alamana 123 donated $4.99 through Super Chat. What's up, King? Crown emoji. Are we playing Subway Surf Wolverine?
Yes. That's my man, Critical Smoker, bro. He always drop his buck, and I appreciate you,
donated
bro.
$1 through Super Chat.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna get into something me and my wife was talking about, but if we're looking at it, right, the writing team for Insomniac's games, Marvel Wolverines, include a narrative director, Walt Williamson, and alongside writers Mary Kenny, Nick Falkman, and Joel Halstead. Additional writing credits for the project also involve team members like Ross Bailey, Tyler Sire, and Doug Leiblech. Look at all those people. Nick Falkman was the advanced writer in Marvel Spider-Man 2. There are collaborators that sit in rooms that come up with ideas. And if your name is attached to those projects, that is a feather in your cap. To get a writing credit on something that's going to sell millions and reach audiences all across the world is a boon for you as a writer, as an author, as an individual that crafts words. It's a talent. This is something that you've worked at, to be descriptive, to explain, to show what's in your mind, and to get it out on paper. And then have someone interpret that, to put that into video game, to do dialogue, to show meaning, to show feeling, to invoke an emotion That's what me and Neil Druckmann talked about. We talked about the emotionality of what Last of Us 2 meant. I got the conversation of a lifetime because he was getting a lifetime achievement at the New York City Game Awards. And having that conversation with him based upon what I assumed The Last of Us meant to, I can get it live from him to tell me what he was thinking about in this area because I asked him questions. See, I'm not one of those individuals that sees someone that I admire but don't see them as human. I see them as human. I see them as a person that followed their passion, that had an opportunity and explored that opportunity to the fullest. I believe every last one of us has a talent. Some of us are wasting our talent in a job that will never fulfill us. Some of us are wasting our talents based upon responsibilities that we hold dear. You know, there's a lot of men and women that became parents that had to put their talents down to make sure that those lives that they brought here mean something. And then hopefully they can get back to their talents. But me explaining that writing is just not a solo job. So to pin it on one individual, like that one individual was the sole reason, and to have it framed in this manner, like she was released ahead of the game. I had to do my digging. I had to do my homework. I had to do my work. I had to look and see what it truly meant, what was truly going on. Because I pretty much probably brushed shoulders with her. You know, South of Midnight is one of those games that touch me to my essence. I cried playing what we had a chance to play based upon finding out the story in the beginning with the brothers. And I'm like, damn. See, I didn't have a brother growing up, but I would have protected him with my soul. I have a sister that I will lay my life down for. Then I have extra sisters from my pops because he was a Rolling Stone that I will go to bat for. You see, I understand what it means to be a big brother, an older brother, and I take that very, very, very seriously. So that story really touched me to the core because I didn't understand how a brother can do that to his other brother. And then that set up the whole tone for the story. And I played that game with a heavy heart, the same way I played The Last of Us 2 with a heavy heart. You see, I want to play games. If Sony is going to do what they've been doing, we're giving you story-driven narrative games, right? I want those games to invoke a passion. If the majority of your game is not going to be a game and it's going to be an interactive movie, and we have already accepted that, we clown them for it, that's them, that's their bag, that's them. What do we expect from a movie studio that makes games? What we expect, actual super gameplay? Nah. Sean Layden and Jack Tretton and them dudes showed you they're about to show, baby. They about to show. So when we're seeing these games made from this studio that has movies, what the hell do we expect? I just expect a good story. That's what I want. I want a good story wrapped around some gameplay. If I want to play a damn great game, I'm on Xbox. Xbox gameplay, Xbox story, Xbox multiplayer. A game. Third parties. Capcom. Konami. You know, when Your man Kojima was over there. Now Kojima Games. You understand what I'm saying? And Kojima understands how to take a game and marry it with cinema. So when I saw this, I was just like, damn, man, how much hell can y'all put Wolverine through? Like, how much hell are we going to give this game, man? Like, how much hell are we going to do this? Because I'm getting ready for Gamescom this Sunday. I'm getting ready to shoot out there. 16 hours, boy. The flight is going to be crazy going to Germany. I think it's 16 hours. I don't know how many hours it is. It could be 8, 10 hours. I don't know. I know it's a direct flight. I know we flying directly. I know my boy was asking me if we're going to have a layover. Nah, direct. We flying direct. Let me get there. Let me get out. But to see this, man, I'm just like, damn, man. And I understand now. Now you guys are really understanding what it is to be an Xbox dude. Like, you're really understanding it. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, everything is going to be scrutinized, hated, misinformation placed upon it. It's going to be dog walked. Wolverine is being dog walked right now by everyone. Your favorite content creator. Everybody has an agenda, bro. Let me tell you something. Everybody has an agenda. We're all paying bills. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. If you didn't know that, you jump onto this YouTube and you see all this stuff and you're like, yo, man, my guy is gonna give me the news and he's gonna be the best at it and all this other stuff. People have agendas, B. Like, they love what they love and they're gonna push it. You notice how all those PC dudes now aren't talking Steam? Remember when Steam was supposed to be the second coming of the Christ? You remember that? Remember when Steam was supposed to, put these consoles in their place with the Steam storefront? Not one of them is repping Steam Machine. None of them. And I told you before it even happened what was going to go down. I told you. I said that thing is DOA. Once it went past that $500 price point, it's up and it's stuck and it's over. I don't care what type of storefront you got, because I don't need that machine in order to play the stuff that's there. I've been doing it before. I got a Steam Deck that's upstairs that gets no burn. My Xbox Rock Ally X got Steam. It is a storefront that can go anywhere. So I knew that Steam Machine was dead. I knew your bums was not paying no $1,400 for that. Why? It's weak, it's whack, it's trash. But you had content creators that champions PC, that was putting the Steam Machine ahead of the release, ahead of the price point, head and shoulders above the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles, and telling you the Xbox Series S is going to get dog walked by the machine. Price point, Series S beats it to death. Finish him. Because it doesn't give you anything that's necessary. They don't have any exclusive games. They have some PC games that probably you don't really care about. It's the Wild Wild West. So again, everybody has an agenda. You have PlayStation sites, shows that actually cater to the PlayStation fan base. You have Xbox shows like mine. I have a bias. I tell you to see, but this is the difference between me and them. I'm telling you, when you come in the door, man, it's up. You wearing that blue hat, man, if I knock it off your head, boy. It's up. Put on that green hat when you up in here, man. It's up. You the ops, and that's about that. And y'all like, yo, don't do that. No. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to bamboozle you. I'm not going to hide it from you. I'm not going to subvert it. I'm not going to push an agenda without you understanding what it is, because it is all entertainment and it's fun and repping your squad. So when your squad get a win, you can stand 10 toes down and enjoy that, right? Because this is what we hear. We're looking for little increments of enjoyment to have fun with. This is what we do. We play games with each other. We talk crap online and we interact. That's the whole thing. When I told you that PlayStation wasn't walking away from PC, you guys told me, yes, they are, King. They walking away from PC. To hell with what you talking about. PlayStation 6. Then you had some stupid content creators telling you that, it's coming out in 2027. How right I am. how wrong you are. But as far as that PC stuff, let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to me being 98% right all the time. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know what it is. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. Understand when I said, and I stand behind it. Bow, bow, bow. Got you. I got you. They ain't going to make monitors. They're not going to make chairs. They're not going to make controller holders. They're not going to make controllers just made for the PC to walk away from it. But best of all, why the hell do you need these speakers? PlayStation Pulse Elevate speakers finally have a release date. This is brought to you by the Sound Guys. Bang, bang. Seagull Street Gang early. Get on your knees, because I got you. Pause. Now, the PlayStation released the Pulse Elevate wireless speakers November 12, 2026, with pre-orders starting September 1st. You can get in there. The Midnight Black model is also available globally, while the white model will be exclusive to the US, UK, France, and other select markets. I might have to get that white one. It's exclusive. You know when it's exclusive, what I gotta do? I gotta go get the exclusive. I gotta get the exclusive because I want to play PlayStation Store through the app on my PC. I told you, it's coming. Be careful. It's almost here. The speakers will cost $219.99 with the US and 219 pence. Pounds and 99 pence in the EU. And yo, bro, don't give me the line over here. Whatever, right? Whatever. And you may not remember when PlayStation introduced the Pulse Elevate wireless speakers during its State of Play presentation. I did. I never forgot. If you forgot, no one will blame you, given that the PlayStation 5, PC, and Mac compatible speakers were announced almost a year ago. This is for your Christmas. This is for your solstice. This is to get you prepared for 2027, where they bring you that PlayStation Store and you're able to play your PlayStation games streaming through your browser for PlayStation. You will be able to interact with your PlayStation ecosystem much the same way as Game Pass. Do you understand what is about to happen? You see, PlayStation wants all of the money, not just a little bit of the money. They don't want to give Steam anything. They want to make sure that the cash comes straight to them, and they want to take all of the cash. So therefore, you will go through their launcher, and you will be able to play your games through PlayStation app, and you will be happy to own nothing, stream your games, because soon, sir, you will be all digital, because physical will be a thing of the past, and you will be brought to the future with the beautiful sounds of the Pulse Elevate. You understand what I'm saying here? This is for you, individuals that felt that King was wrong, and King is always 98% right. Well, with a small 2% margin, he leaves just a 2%, so that way he has a backing that he can fall back on. Comprende? Capisce? Do you understand me? I hope you do. Let me tell you something. November 12th is up and it's stuck, and I love the fact that you get a chance to get this, right? The Pulse Elevate will be available in two colors options, Midnight Black and White. The Midnight Black variant will be available globally, PlayStation Online Store, and participating retailers. Man, I love this. And they said however, the white one edition, and they gave you extra regions. The markets include the US, UK, France, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, and Portugal. Man, I cannot wait. As a quick refresher, these speakers will bring to the table. They feature a plan on magnetic drivers and the built-in subwoofers and full body sound. Built-in microphone allow for voice chat and noise rejection. Brother, you're able to play your games and voice chat back and forth without a headset. PlayStation thought about it all. They thought about you PC gamers, and they want to make sure that you PC gamers are satiated. In this digital world where physical is left behind, you, my friend, have a home with them. They have PlayStation chairs, they have PlayStation tables, they have PlayStation monitors, they have PlayStation PC controllers. These things allow you to better fit in your comfortable PC space. Let's leave no PlayStation behind. Let's leave no PlayStation gamer behind. Let's embrace the PC in the way that it's need to be embraced, because you individuals thought they were walking away from PC. Then why the hell bring this out? Why bring it out? Why, Craig? Why, Craig? Mac ain't got nothing to do with PlayStation. Why make this Mac available? Why, Craig? PC Mac compatible. Why, Craig? It ain't got a damn thing to do with PlayStation, but it has everything to do with your PC. Now, all I want you to know is who did this to you? Me. I did this to you. And I don't ever want you to forget it. I want you to understand, when you come to Xbox Frontline News, I've told you, my agenda is clear. You understand? I want to make sure that I scour the internet to get all the information that is negative for PlayStation and bring it back to you. Because, you media guys, you never want to report bad PlayStation news. But I got you. I got you, man. When they don't got you, I got you, man. Now, let me tell you something. You know what I don't like about people that are ungrateful? You can help somebody out when they down on their luck, and they turn around and bite the hand that feeds you. Like, how dare you, man? You was broke. You was messed up, man. You was messed up, and I gave you some cheese, and you don't respect that I gave you cheese. I helped you get your ish together. I fixed you when you was broken. When you was at death's door, I came in and resuscitated you, man. No mouth-on-mouth pause. You heard me? But at the end of the day, I got to tell you, this is brought to you by Kotaku and Ash Parish. Bethesda Dev says cuts was rare before Xbox took over. All of a sudden, we have yearly layoffs. I wonder why. Xbox is making sure that they have yearly layoffs, because there was a lot of dead weight. Dudes not pulling their own. You would have never got to where you had to get to had you been doing it right. Had you been running an efficient business. Y'all wasn't running an efficient business. Y'all was running a piss poor business that Xbox had to come in and purchase. You wouldn't be up for sale if you were healthy. But everybody wants to forget that. Everybody wants to say, oh, Xbox is bad because they're laying off people based upon what? Based upon them not producing how they're supposed to produce. Based upon them not doing what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to get these work. And I'm going to tell you, man, today Xbox game developers will hold rallies to support the laid off workers, call attention to the culture of layoffs that has permeated Microsoft, and demand better treatment for the workers who remain. Supported by One Bethesda Game Studio, One BGS Union, and the Communication of Workers of America, the Save Our Devs rally takes place in 9 cities across the U.S. and Canada, as well as online in United Video Game Workers, CWA Twitch channel. Kotaku spoke to 2 members of the One BGS about their hopes for the rally and their hopes for the future and what it's like working at Xbox Studio now. And this is all of this. Like, you can check this out tomorrow, August 18th, which is today. Rallies across North America. Stand with the workers who make your favorite games at Xbox. And I swear, if you guys are really about that life, then you get out there, right? Because they're in Albany, they're in Hunt Valley, they're in Rockville, they're in Montreal, Austin, Dallas, Minneapolis, Irvine, and Redmond. They're all over. Find it. Get in there, right? If you really about that, you want to save our devs. You know how y'all do. We want to save the devs, right? Of course, Blue Sky. We want to save the devs. We want to save the devs. Okay, so get over there and save the devs. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a worker? Have you ever run a company? Did you ever own something? All right, put it this way. I can give it to you in a way that's going to make some sense because we all played this. Have you ever played pickup football, pickup baseball, or pickup basketball? Have you ever played any of those sport games, right, where you had to rely on a team? Have you ever had a member of your team that didn't pull their weight, that open shot they kept missing, they didn't drive to the basket, or they didn't tag the guy out at base, or they kept missing and didn't lay down the bunt in order to advance the runner, or on a fast break they didn't hit that ball, so you were able to just dunk it or pop and shoot? Have you ever had a team member that didn't pull their weight? Has it been like that for you? Hold on, let me switch back and forth. Jesus is still there. I don't know what. Anyway, has that happened? So let me ask you a question. Let's say that you have one of those members. What do you do? Do you keep them on the team messing up, or do you get rid of them? Do you continue to have that person take up time, energy, and resources, or do you get rid of them? Do you replace them with somebody that is actually more efficient at doing that job, that task, that's something that you need them to do, or do you continue to walk down that rabbit hole with them? Let me tell you something. As a business owner, I understand exactly what it means to say, this isn't working out. Oh, let's get to that. The angry therapist, I salute you. I wish I had something to drink, but I don't, and the wife isn't here.
At the angry therapist donated $5 through Super Chat. Rally against Xbox. It's happening to the whole industry, not just Xbox. Hashtag NOP6, hashtag no disco for you.
Facts. Now, I want you to understand that because he brings up a hell of a point. I want you to think about this. Where were you when EA laid off all those people, or Ubisoft laying off all those people, or all across the industry? Remember Oracle? I know a lot of you don't. A lot of you, because it's not really forward facing no more. They just, they laid off 30,000 people. Where are you right now with Netflix laying off all those people, but in pursuit of video games? You see, we have these conversations all the time in this industry. And I told you that this industry has already hit a crash. Y'all just not realizing it. It's like I'm witnessing it and I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh no, that's crash type of mentality. We're already at a deficit. And being that the industry that we in has been so good for so long, the equity that it built, it has been able to withstand the crash. You understand? It has been able to hold it at bay. But for how long though? But for how long? Because we look at it and we say it's going to turn around, it's going to get healthy. This AI bubble is going to pop. It's not. It's not. We have to start doing things different. Big budgets, it can't be. I told y'all how I felt with Double Fine's offerings to us as gamers. I felt that they needed to lead with their best foot. You don't ever go into your job and lead. And after they fed you, they fixed you, they got you right, they put you in a position to win. And you lead with the wrong foot forward. My mother told me, she said I could be anything in this world. The language spoken to a child in their infancy, in their formative years, is key. Do me a favor, don't ever talk down to your kids. Don't talk down to them. I mean, reprimanding them for things is totally different. Giving them an explanation on things is totally different. And they may not agree with it because they don't understand that whatever you're doing it from a place of love. That's what you're doing. But let me tell you something. She told me I could be the best at anything I chose to be, but make sure I did it with the idea of being the best. She said, I don't care if you shovel ish inside the monkey cage in the Bronx Zoo. Make sure you're the best monkey cage ish cleaner that they have in that place. Make sure that you're impeccable when you go to do your job. You don't ever give them a reason to get rid of you. And I felt that Double Fine had an ace in the hole, and they should have led with that. That's my opinion. My opinion is always do your best, and then you have nothing to worry about, because if something does go wrong, then you'd be like, yo, I did my best. But to sit there and say a lot of these workers, and I'm not saying all of them deserve to be let go. I'm never saying that. What I'm saying is some of them were on either poor teams and had bad team leads that didn't give them the best opportunity to excel. So I can't sit there and say that the parent company fit in the bill that had to trim the fat was in the wrong. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not siding with corporate, and I'm not siding with the workers. What I'm siding with is common sense, the economics of it. Because you notice as soon as Double Fine had to fight for their own, they had to start laying off people to stay afloat. So if Xbox would have did it, it's Xbox is the problem. So that's why I can't listen to these Bethesda individuals talking about now it's a reoccurring thing. No, now you got to go earn that check. Because there's different people in place and their heads roll. We noticed that Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, and I'm going to tell you with all love in my heart for this individual, that over the years, the job started wearing on him, man. He's walking around with the sword of Damocles. He has to let people go. And remember, he's the guy that led with, oh man, he's going to see both sides of it. He's going to figure it out for those developers to give them a chance. He gave a lot of companies a chance at a second life. He put his name on the line for a lot of these dudes, and they screwed him over, man. I'm not going to hold you. How dare you come with Kilm and Keeper, bro? I would have gave him the best game that I got to make. Now, Compulsion Games with South of Midnight, that was a damn good game. And it's one of my best games that I ever played. And I know you guys are going to be like, hey, King, but the combat, though. Yeah, okay, give me a part 2. Give me a part 2. Let's fix up the combat. Nathan Drake had a part 2. Part 1, you know, Uncharted part 1, a little rough around the edges. They fixed up things. A lot of part 1s weren't all that great. But then you get to part 2, you start to fix that, man. Let's fix that. But you put your best foot forward. You give that company that gave you a second life your best. And I don't think a lot of that Bethesda stuff is that. So if these guys talking that stuff, I'm going to say, haha, that's not how it's going to go. But y'all guys are excited for Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Or how excited are you? Are you excited, so excited that you was looking at the leaks lately? Well, apparently, Rockstar was looking at these leaks too. Pure Xbox and my man Frazier Gilbert. Now, you know Frazier Gilbert is the unofficial K&N news reporter. And if you know Frazier Gilbert, let him know that the king loves his work over here at Xbox Frontline News. Now, multiple Grand Theft Auto 6 gameplay videos appear to have leaked, but there's a catch or two ahead of the official release next week, or reveal next week. It was all the way back in 2022, Grand Theft Auto 6 suffered a major leak in progress gameplay footage, and it looks like something similar has happened today, with a bunch of new gameplay circling around social media in particular. We're not going to share the footage here, for obvious reasons, because they will block, ban, and reject your goddamn channel, bro. Why you think I don't even have it in the description? Not even gonna do it. But the initial clip appeared to show Jason playing basketball in his backyard, while the second clip showed off some driving and combat. More clips may yet surface. Rockstar and Take-Two seem to be issuing takedown requests on this footage, which suggests that it's real. Rockstar Games and Take-Two are now taking down the leaked Grand Theft Auto 6 gameplay footage, confirming that the footage is real. This is Grand Theft Auto 6 updates. People are already doing their own detective work on where these clips might have originated from. While nobody seems to come to a conclusion yet, there's a belief that the footage itself is Viva 2023 build of Grand Theft Auto 6. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. I don't want to see anything until I get a chance to see the full. The same way I didn't watch that state of play yesterday with what you call it, what's that Phantom Blade Zero. I didn't watch that. And I didn't watch the extended Wolverine clip. The reason why I didn't watch those, and let me tell you why, because some people's gonna make their content off of that. My content is not going to live and die off of me doing a reaction to that state of play or that Wolverine trailer. The Wolverine trailer is, I want to play the game. I want to play the story beat. I want to enjoy the game. I want to see the game with fresh eyes. I'm a gamer. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those people that need to know everything ahead of time. Right now, but if we was on Iron Lords and we had to do a show reveal, fine. I got a chance to play Phantom Blade Zero 2 years in a row. Now, it's one of the most intensive NDAs that I ever had to sign. Even right now, I don't even know if I'm breaking NDA. But I saw that they talked about a lot, and I just diverted my eyes and was like, okay, so maybe I can talk about it now. My gameplay with it, and I'm not going to talk about the bosses, but the boss fights was fun. Is it a Souls game? I think I got so adjusted to Souls-like games that Phantom Blade Zero plays like a Souls game, but not. It plays more like Black Myth Wukong, which is to me more of a boss type of area thing. Like you make it to an area and it tells a story, and then you beat that boss, and then you go on to it. Now the game could be hard, but what I saw with Phantom Blade Zero, besides the wonderful graphics and great story, what I saw with it was the weapon system and your loadouts and how everybody can be completely different when they're playing this game and the aesthetics to the game. And I thought that the game itself had Souls energy, but wasn't completely Souls-like, because let me say, when I'm playing Demon Souls or something like that, I those are Souls games. When I'm playing Elder Scrolls, that's a Souls game to a lesser extent, because Elder Scrolls, I just fell in love with that game. Really, to be honest with you, that was my first Souls game that actually I did it. It's not Bloodborne. Bloodborne, I think, is hardcore. I think Bloodborne is hard. It's not Bloodborne. It's not that. I think Soul Games is cramped areas where they force you to parry and nah. Phantom Blade Zero, a lot of the areas is open. It allows you to do a lot. It's a very, very good game. And it's one of my games on my Publisher of the Year that I think is going to rate very, very high. So again, if anybody got a chance to watch that yesterday, kudos to you guys. It's a very story driven, and the surprise is going to different areas and fighting different bosses. I don't want that reveal show to me on a screen. I think that is better left for me to discover. I think the wonderment is best when you play a game and you find out something different. Like back when we used to play Mega Man, I didn't know that Leaf Man was going to be at this part of this board, and I needed to use Wind Man in order to do this. And it's wonderment. I think we're losing that because the excitement is gone. I saw this part in the trailer, or I saw this part in that deep dive. Who the fuck is sitting there watching the deep dive? It's who's doing this? Why? Why would you do a deep dive on a story-driven game? Why? Unless you just don't care. And I care. I care about this stuff. And I care about the games that's coming inside Game Pass. All right, and this is brought to you by Pure Xbox and my man Frazier Gilbert. you know that I know Frazier Gilbert is the official, unofficial KNN news reporter. All right, these 10 games are coming to Xbox Game Pass August 18th to September 1st. Now, Game Pass is always broken down into two halves. First half of the month, second half of the month, and you get a ton of games. The service is so damn good that it breaks down into a first half and a second half. And these are the games, right? So you're looking at Egging On. I don't even know what Egging On is, but this is Egging On. And I guess you're an egg. And oh, you can crack your yolk, boy. You could crack your yolk, boy. That's Egging On. All right, cracking your yolk. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. So Blaze Blues, Entropy Effect X. This is a roguelike. And I like this. Like when I saw this, I like Blaze Blue. I like the characters. So I saw this and I was like, yes, count me in. This is one of the games that I can definitely take with me. Now, this is on August 19th. So I'll be able to take this game with me with my Xbox ROG Ally X. When I go out to Germany, I can download it and then make sure that I'm ready to play. All right, Egging On. Definitely won't be doing that. That's on the 18th. That's today. Reloaded. Reloaded is... All right, so I felt that this was a take on my man Ariel Knight's game, right? And Reloaded is here. I'm going to give it a try, you know, even though I feel like it's a blatant ripoff of my man Ariel Knight's game. All right. But it comes out on the 19th. That's tomorrow. Vapor World, The Overmind. The artwork looked crazy. This is in game preview. Oh. Side scrolling madness. Okay, so what is this? Lost in the darkness, a boy is drawn to twisted dreams, no way out, vapor world over the mind is an... Oh, let's get to that, the angry therapist. Yo, you stupid as hell, boy. You stupid as hell. You stupid as hell, boy.
The angry therapist donated $2 through Super Chat. Egging On equals Humpty Dumpty the game.
Yo, that's crazy because it is. All right, is a narrative-driven Souls-like platformer focused on deflection combat set in a vast atmospheric dreamscape painted entirely by hand. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm down for that. You're down for that? All right, and then we're looking at our Star Sand Island. Okay. I'm not into that. Like, I'm not into the farm sim and fishing, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's not nah. I'm cool. I don't know. That might work for y'all. Speaking of my man Ariel Knights, his latest game, Drop Shot, that I got a chance to play, and I told him that we need Iron Lord skins in there. Finger bang your way, and I'm pretty sure that he'll prove me saying it. Finger bang your way out of the sky. Now, imagine this: if you're in the Fortnite bus and you jump out, you know how you flying down to the planet, to Earth. Imagine you shooting the people out of the sky as you're going. It's a fun game. It's a great thought. And I'm so happy that he's able to do what he chooses to do. And this is coming out, and it's already, this is going to Game Pass Premium. All right. And this is coming out August 25th. I highly suggest you check it out. All right. Blood Dungeon. What the snot rags is this? What is this, Gunman? Buddy, what is this? This reminds me of some Atari 2600 jump off. What is this? From the creators of Nighthawk comes a game about a 2D platformer survival. You have to parkour your way around treacherous dungeons to kite monsters while gathering blood and power-ups. Again, one of those stupid little King games that King gets a chance to play and don't tell nobody about it until you look at my gamer score and you like, you really played that, King? And I'm like, all right, Renaissance to Plague Tale Legacy. I think this is the big fruit. This is the big fish. This is what everybody's looking forward to. Graphically, this game is set to have no peers. It looks great. Hopefully, the gameplay can live up to the graphical fidelity of the game. In previous Plague Tale titles, the gameplay was stellar along with the graphics. We just wanted more action and less stealth, and it seems like this is fitting the bill. And that's on August 27th. But August 1st, you get Young Sons. Instead of the Young Guns, Young Sons. And they got a whole developer presentation. Let me see how long that is. Now it's 7 minutes. Not doing that. Surprise, the Young Sons has quietly shadow dropped today on Xbox Game Pass, not previously announced. So what it mean is shadow drop? Let's look at this, and I'm going to look like No Man's Sky type of stuff. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna try it out. But this is in Game Pass Premium. All right, so it came out on Ultimate already. All right, and Shell Diver. Shell they got turtles. They got turtles, son. They got turtles. They got turtles. Oh man, I love turtles. They got turtles, son. Oh, I'm gonna play it just for the sake of turtles. Yo, they got a little octopus. Is it a war against the octopi? Is it a war against the octopi? Hold on, man. I gotta read this. Is this a war against all aboard the submarine? The Shell Diver is an incremental game about a turtle fishing jellyfish and selling them at their little shop. Help our senior protagonists upgrade their equipment, explore various biomes and oceanic depths, and help their local turtle population. Maybe right after a well-deserved nap. Yo, those are the games for the end of the month. Yo. Now, before I get to the last title, I gotta get to this. You up game, who's gonna step up their gaming room? I'm gonna step up my gaming room. Now, you already see the PC synergy with your Xbox, right? You see the monitor, you see your controller, you see the PC, you see your series console. But they got cushions and stuff. They got this cushion right here, and I saw it in all green, right? So I saw it in all green, but they got this thumbstick, this giant thumbstick, and they're saying that this is a stand, right? This is a cushion, but this is like a stick pad, like stand. Is that like a table that you get to put your chips and stuff on? Like, IKEA is outside with Xbox doing your gaming collection room. And, IKEA and Xbox have announced a joint line furniture for gamers. The Swedish retailer IKEA has officially announced its partnership with Microsoft and Xbox gaming division. The companies are jointly developing specialized line of furniture with home furnishings for video game fans. These samples of the joint products will be fully unveiled at the International Gaming Exhibition at Gamescom. When I'm at Gamescom, I'm talking to Asha. Yo, I need that table. Now, my red room isn't all that big. It's like, I got all these statues and stuff, and I got a big screen television. I got a large ass couch in there, and got a refrigerator and all that stuff. I don't have any space for this thing. And if I put this thing anywhere inside the house, it's going to be crazy. But I am in my other media room trying to figure it out. And this space ain't really all that big right here with all the stuff that I got here. You see my whole wardrobe closet here. I got to figure out a place for that because I had that back there, but I have to move it over here because it's just so much. Solve keeps adding stuff. And unlike the other Iron Lords, I don't throw out none of my stuff. I keep those costumes because I got something planned that you guys are going to make fools of me, and it's going to be fun. But Xbox is doing this. I'm interested. I don't know about any of y'all. Are y'all kitting out your gaming room? Were you looking for that stand, that nightstand with thumbsticks? You have 2 thumbsticks on the side of your couch. That's crazy. And then you got the cushion for your back. your D-pad cushion. Come on, man. Like, we're living in an age right now where you can really live your best gaming life with LEDs around your room. Oh man, the sky's the limit. You guys are in a hell of a time. Us growing up in our time, our furniture was garbage. Like, be real with you. Our TVs was trash. We had big back televisions. Now, I have 85-inch televisions that are this thin, bro. This thin. Showing my games. Like, it's crazy. It is so far beyond where I was. And you guys are living your best lives. Live it up, man. Live it up, man. Let's show your fandom. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Show your fandom. Hey, yo, I was talking to Cog, right? We're talking to Cog, and you saw me talking to Addict, Cog, and Sovereign, and we're talking about wraps on our consoles. Like right now on my Series X right here, I have the Starfield wrap, and I just like to switch it up. Like over there, I have the Doom wrap. Upstairs, I have the Call of Duty wrap on the other Series X. And on my PlayStation, on the base, I have the off-brand, off-market Spider-Man wrap because I couldn't get the regular Spider-Man wrap. But tomorrow at 10 a.m., I'm going for that Wolverine yellow wrap for the Pro because they're basic. But I want to show off my fandom when it comes to this stuff and having this furniture and having this stuff. What luxuries do we really get, outside of when you come to the house and you enjoying yourself and people coming over? Do you have a stigma? Do you feel like you a dork or geek or a nerd? Do you feel that stigma? Because let me tell you something. I followed this girl. She's a Ninja Turtle fan. I forgot her name. God forbid. I'm sorry. I apologize. I forgot her name, but I follow her channel. And she went up to Japan. She's in Akihabara right now, and she's looking at all this stuff. And I'm like, God bless. And she's getting all this stuff. And I've never been to like a girl's house who had nothing but like video game stuff and toys and plushies and all this other stuff. Because I feel that a lot of times people feel that these things are stigmas. And, people come over to my house and they see all the statues and they see the gaming room and they see the stuff and they're like, wow, man, like you really care about video games. Or they see the stack of comic books and they see that I have a bin out and I'm reading comic books from the bin. And it goes back into my wife being upset with me not, doing my channel. And I got to figure out how I'm going to do my channel. But I'm like, yeah, man, I'm a total video game comic book nerd. Like I do this thing, and I'm so happy now that you guys get a chance to express yourself. Like I'm gonna express myself. I'm gonna get a hold of those thumbsticks. I'm gonna do it. Like I don't care. But there's a huge rumor going around, and I give a shout out to Jez. And this is brought to you by Pure Xbox and my man Fraser Gilbert. The rumor is Xbox can have a pretty big surprise lined up for Gamescom 2026. And during the Jeff Keighley segment of it, apparently there's going to be a sequel to a game. A lot of people are speculating that it's Killer Instinct 2. You would bring the house down. Think about it this way. Could you imagine Killer Instinct releasing on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC? Now, the reason why I say PlayStation, and I want y'all to hear this, I don't like what's happening to Tokon Fighting Souls. It's dying. It's dying on Steam because it's not all over the place. It's dying on PlayStation. I don't think the sales was how it's supposed to be. I think fighting games need to be released all over. Like Street Fighter V suffered because it was just on PlayStation. But Street Fighter 6 got that signal boost that was necessary because it was on all platforms. So I would never say that a fighting game, because I'm a huge fighting genre guy, I would never say that that game should be locked away. I don't know how y'all feel. If you're watching this video after the fact, let me know how you feel. Do you feel if the game is Killer Instinct? Because that's my thought. My thought is it's Killer Instinct. Should it be on PlayStation? Or should that game get the exclusive moniker too? This is my reasons for not doing that. You're sentencing it to death. Because I believe that that genre, more so than any other genre, needs as much people to get behind it as possible. And I think that will resonate far more so than Token Fighting Souls. Even though for me, Token Fighting Souls is the bee's knees. But I don't know what y'all think. Sometimes I put my fandom of a genre or like a specific license ahead of my console warring. Now the console war in me is like, don't give them anything. But in doing that, you really going to sentence that game to probably never get a 3. And I really hope they do the game. So if it's a fighting game, or could it be Mortal Kombat versus Killer Instinct? On God and them, I'll pass out. Like NetherRealm Studios and them dudes getting together doing that. Lord have mercy. That will bring the house down. And play it on your Xbox Project Helix next year with all the bells and whistles. But you can play it on your Xbox platform. Oh my God. I think I'll lose it. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, The King. I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for showing up today. I appreciate you. Trust and believe. I was talking to my wife and I'm looking at people and she talk about, we talk about the merits of having 200 people watching, 100 people watching, whatever. I said, have you ever filled your house up with 1,000 people or 100 people or stuff like that? I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative that you stop by and you look at this content. And if you have any criticisms where I can get better at my stuff, I know you guys keep telling me timestamps. I'm working on it. Attic said something, but me and Attic is going to sit down while we're in Germany because that's the time where we can just talk with each other. Oh, hold on. Oh, I salute you. The Angry Therapist donated $2. Blessings.
At the Angry Therapist donated $2 through Super Chat. He said a neat game, in thinking Viva Pinata.
No. Okay, so no. I like Viva Pinata though. All right. There's Jazz, and then there's other people that I talk about. Now this Pure Xbox went into this article with Jez. Now, Idle Sloth is my biggins brother. If anybody see us at any of these cons or any of these shows, that's my brother. Love him to death. Honestly, seriously. I don't know. Everybody has a different take on what they perceive it to be because nobody knows for sure. Some people play it safe. I don't play it safe. I've never played it safe. I don't play it safe. I go bold with my predictions, and if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win, and that's just my deal. So I hope and I pray that it's something grandiose in order to make a splash. I don't shy away from the big moment. I hope they don't shy away from the big moment. I think Asha wants to make a splash. So hopefully it's something that is worthy of being at Gamescom and that missed the June show. Something equally as exciting. So This is Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. I'm going to thank you guys for being here. I'm going to go where you should go. I'm going to go back playing Hell's Is Us. Every time I go in there, I wind up playing Marvel Rivals. I want you to go where game is game and win is win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass. But before you play the Game Pass, I told you I'm the unmitigated best at this. And if you find anyone better than me, then put them up. Yo, if it's Rise, I will lose my ish. If it's Rise, I would go crazy. Just saying.
What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, now grannies from porches. David on the sea, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? What's it saying? Advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot what said as you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted, this what you wanted, huh?